Yes, if I was more
You
on
did
brand.
it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Harvest Valley, episode 9? Yeah. Why are you laughing?
Because of what Golden
We're
said.
just all
Yeah,
happy.
because Golden is on brand.
Golden's on brand by being golden? Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's true.
I was
So-
gonna say if I was more on brand, I would somehow like include this light behind me in my branding. Like I'd be trouble. I'd be troubleshooter. Yeah, twitch.tv/troubleshooter.
Okay.
Flawless.
Something
Great.
like that. But you can't find me there. You can't find me there.
You can't? Crazy.
You can't.
All right. So, while I work on cameras on the other page that I totally forgot, what all is everybody doing? How have you been? How are
You
things?
know what war driving is?
Yes.
Basically, I spent 3 hours trying to do that
Oh, jeez.
in order to like have a decent connection. Like, my neighbor has a public access spot, anybody can use,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got 2 bars. So I put my tower on the highest part of my room, trying to get a signal, and it's pretty wobbly.
Mm-hmm.
And it would flash between 5 bars and 2 bars.
Oh no.
Mm.
I was like, okay. But it's still getting a signal at 2 bars. So eventually I just gave up. Anyway, my internet's been out for more than a week. And
That is so frustrating.
I feel like I'm a caveman.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, I am
How many
not
primitive tools have you made?
all of them.
Have you hunted any mammoths?
Actually, I have.
Well, there you go. I think we figured it out. You are in fact a caveman.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds
It's
like,
like
it.
the thing where when you go back in time, like you become more primitive, like your skull goes back and your
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fingers get big and stubby.
What is happening?
Turns out Proto-Indo-European sounds a lot like English, which is very convenient.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
makes things easier. for
We even
sure.
had a writing system.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Did
I
it.
guess.
Like symbols, like this one means the sun's rising.
I've been good. I had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Mhm.
I saw my family, and that's always interesting. But yeah, it was good. And now I'm back in my mediocre apartment, and my internet's not out, so I've got that going for me.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a bunch of playing RPGs this weekend, so it's gonna be good.
Very nice. Everybody loves playing RPGs. That's why we're here.
Yes.
All right. Cool. How about you, Adam?
I'm doing really well. My Thanksgiving was filled with a lot of my stepsister yelling about what it's like being a pharmacist in a modern age, where everybody wants to ask you for drugs that can be synthesized into meth. And you have to say, no, you can't have that. You don't have a prescription for that. And then people yell at you, and then that's not a fun time.
No, that's not a fun time.
They make me sign forms to say I'm not going to make meth.
Exactly.
I've had to sign those forms before, and I've
It's-
never made meth.
It's good to not make math.
It is. It is.
Yeah, you shouldn't make meth.
That's my message for all the kids out there. Don't
It's-
make
You know
meth.
that
Especially with how much drug use happens in this show.
None.
Probably best we should remind you this is fiction. don't actually do drugs.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot that
that's-
your character does opium all the time.
Not anymore, actually. In the episode that you missed, my drug is now music.
Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
believable.
It's like that scene from Austin Powers where they steal his mojo. That's
Oh,
what,
yeah, yeah.
that's what meth does. It steals your mojo. You do not want it. It's like the anti-mojo.
That's science.
Oh, brilliant.
So computer
So
T does.
hi. Yeah, I've been pretty good. My Thanksgiving was really chill. I had to work, but it was okay because that means I got paid a lot, and it was an excuse not to go to family dinner with my mom's very toxic friend, who
Mhm.
usually is there, who she told me very specifically was going to be there, and I was like, that is someone I don't really want to see. So I'm not going to.
Did you get to eat any Thanksgiving food at least?
Yeah, actually, my lady made a turkey for just the two of us.
Oh, nice.
And then I made a box of instant stuffing and some instant potatoes. And we opened a can of cranberry sauce and called that Thanksgiving. It was great.
There you go. Stuffing is my favorite part.
It's the
of
best part.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I've got no other anecdotes. Are you ready with these cameras yet?
Yes,
Should we-
yes, I am
should we
actually.
play Burning Wheel?
Yes, let's play some Burning Wheel. I was fixing the cameras on the other page. And
Speaking
they're
of
fixed
subtle,
now. Okay.
So, I believe where we'll start off is Ned and Ash are sitting in the parlor. And they're having some biscuits and whey. Not actually sure what whey is, but there's some tea there instead.
Weighs like cottage cheese, kind of.
Okay, yeah. There's some cottage cheese for the biscuits. And you want to leave, right? Because you need to go work on this house.
I have a lot of things to do, and sitting around eating biscuits and drinking tea is not one of the things that says I need to do on my character sheet to earn a reward.
Oh, but I want to thank you for helping all you've done on this creepy mansion.
Yep.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Well, I think the thank you is over. And then he stands up and turns around
Oh,
and goes to walk out the door unless someone stops me. You're most
I don't
welcome.
think anyone stops you. So you just walk out the door, and you just walked out.
I'm a man of few words.
So where do you go? You have a lot to do.
I go to Esteban's house, and if he's there, I will tell him what I'm doing, and if he's not, I'll build his house, and he'll probably
Okay.
figure it out. Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually there. Maybe he shows up at some point to work on his goats stuff
Mhm.
and other animals.
See, I'm pretty busy right now, but we just got out of winter, kind of like eternal winter sort of situation. And now the sheep need to be led around the heartland so that they can graze.
So I'll say it's your call. If you want to be there when I arrive, I'm totally into it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go to your house.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like kind of. It wouldn't be like too bad if you just like stayed there.
All right, so
unannounced.
I guess you're not there. You're not there then. It sounds like.
Probably not.
All right. Well, in that case, I finished the floor. I need to build some walls and a roof presumably. I don't know how to build a house, but Ned does. So
just a couple walls. I've been in a house under construction. I know how this works. You just put up a couple walls.
I've been in a house.
I'll definitely make sure there are a couple load-bearing staircases.
Yeah, you need to. No. Never make a load-bearing staircase. You fail in your carpentry roll. Okay. Give me an actual carpentry roll about making this wall.
All right. Yeah. So? Am I doing this in like a couple of different tests, or like how do we want to do this? Because do I have time to catch up to them, or was I just working on Ash's house the whole time?
You're just working on Ash's house the whole time.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's figure out an ob, and how are we doing this?
Well, you're just making a wall. I think the base knob for walls is part of carpentry.
I believe it is.
So
wall, table, chair, or cabinets is ob 3.
It's ob 3.
But I'm making multiple walls, so you can probably up that if you want.
No, just doing 2 separate rolls.
All right.
If you're working carefully on this, Esteban will probably come back home at some point, and then I'd be able to help you.
It takes about a day to do the roll without working carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 of them.
I want to do... So I need to make 2 different rolls for the 2 sides of the houses. I'm imagining it's like 2 like L-shaped. So it's 4 walls, but it's fine.
Sure, they're L-shaped walls. And you got to like make them drop from the heavens with carpentry.
Yeah, to like fit them in. Essentially like I'm playing The Sims.
Exactly.
All right.
That's how carpentry works.
I do have
that's how it works in Puzzle Pirates.
There you go. Yeah, I have an instinct to always take my time, so I guess I'll take my time on both of these rolls.
So it's going to take like 3 to 4 days for each roll. So okay. Esteban will definitely show up at some point. Mm-hmm. Maybe not during your first roll, but definitely your second roll.
Wait, actually, is this ob 3?
Yeah.
I changed my mind. Esteban, I don't want your help. I'm just rolling.
Okay, great.
Esteban,
which is great because I can't find a great skill to help with.
And so I'm not going to take my time.
You just...
I'm just going to roll straight up. I don't want to take my time. It's ob 3. I want the difficult test.
What's your instinct? Okay.
Fighting against your instinct for the persona.
Yeah. Well...
No, I mean, it kind of makes sense because you've been spending a lot of time over with Ash in the Faust Mansion, and to be like, oh shit, I've really been neglecting my good friend Esteban and just trying to like make up for lost time.
That's what I'm kind of thinking of. It's like my thinking here is that the reason why he's speeding up here is because he knows he needs to get the walls up to get the roof up. And if he doesn't get the roof up soon, it's going to rain and it's going to screw up the floor that he did. Mm-hmm. So then he's going to have to do the floor again. So now that the floor is down, he needs to work quickly. But he's going to take his time when it gets to the hard stuff. But, you know, he's put up a wall or 2 in his day.
Sure.
Yeah, it just takes a day to put up a wall.
A wall or 2, you know.
Cool. What's the consequence for failure look like here?
If you fail.
I was thinking the rains come early.
Ruin my floor, my perfectly leveled floor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want it to be perfectly leveled, just, you know, approximately leveled.
You know, like Esteban level.
Right.
Yeah, if you fail, you're going to leave your tools inside the wall.
What?
You're just gonna like be hammering around, and then all of a sudden, all you have left is your hammer.
Okay. Um.
But only your carpentry tools.
All right. I mean, I guess I can replenish my carpentry tools with a resource test.
Or you can tear down the wall and get them back.
I have 0 resources, so I guess
what
I
I was
can't do
thinking.
that. But
You can always borrow some money from your good friend.
screw it.
Ashlyn.
Let's get it going. Let's get it. Let's do
roll
it.
some dice.
4 dice. 3.
And you guys laugh.
Nope. Not even close.
You guys laugh, but you would be amazed at how much stuff gets just left inside walls.
I'm not actually that surprised, but yeah, totally.
Well, I failed. So clearly something just got left in a wall.
Yeah.
At least one time in this game.
It's like your saws in the wall, your levels on the wall, your plumb bob, your plumb bob is in the wall.
Well,
You have a hammer and like 2 nails.
can I demolish the wall?
You can.
Should have worked carefully.
I don't know what to do here.
Esteban, you get back and it just has a sledgehammer going at your walls.
So here's the dilemma: is if I just get new stuff from Ash, if I just get rich Ash to buy me stuff, then I already have a wall up. Or I can demolish the wall and risk failing a second time to put the wall up. So I think that what I will do is go see my rich friend Ashlyn, who has money for tools.
Okay.
It's true, a very amazing house. You should all be proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'll go to Ash's and pretend that nothing happened.
Alrighty.
So are we just going right there? What you tell me, GM?
You're going to Ashlyn's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you get there. And Jinx comes out of the house and is chittering. He's happy to see you. He hasn't seen you in a few days.
Yeah, Ned just like holds out his arm and Jinx just runs up his arm and like onto his shoulder. And is probably like messing around with his messy hair, making it even messier.
Jinx seems like a little bit more on edge than usual. He's like darting from shoulder to shoulder, like looking around excitedly.
Interesting. I will file this away, but right now I have more urgent matters to attend to. So I'll go see Ashlyn. Unless I see something. I mean, I'll look around, like, see what is he like. No, but I have perception, which is a stat.
What you're looking for is hidden, unfortunately. So,
okay, I'll make untested observation. Just do it.
Do 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 do. All right, your obs is 1.
Okay. I have a pretty dang good chance of getting this.
I believe in you.
Let's do it. Adding observation. Based on perception. 1.
Okay.
Nice.
So you see in the spinach that Ashlyn's just planted. I guess it hasn't sprouted yet, but hiding like in the rows that were dug by Esteban's plow, you see several small white mice. And they kind of like scurry away, like as soon as they realize you've seen them. You're kind of far away.
Do I notice anything odd about these mice?
Yeah, it's like they're like very colorful. Like they got like white body, but they also have like splotches of like red and yellow and green on them. But you're pretty far away.
Well, I do have a job to do, but I'm also kind of curious about what these mice are. Can I mark where their tracks are so that I can like come back and follow them later?
Sure.
All
How do you mark it?
I have the tracking skill, so I just like mentally like mark it in my mind and like maybe like scuff some things in a pattern that Ned recognizes from his tracking days.
Okay. Yeah, so make a mark in the dirt and you just try and remember. Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm going to see Ashlyn, so
all right.
I'll tell her about
Ashlyn,
the weird mice.
Where are you, Ashlyn?
Let's see. If I was not outside in my fields, let me look at my beliefs here. I think I'm probably in the like dining room kitchen type area, you know.
Sure.
And I'm playing with the wolf pup.
Ooh, the wolf pup would have dematerialized by now.
No, come back, wolf pup. I need you.
The wolf pup belongs in the night realm.
But night realm, but pup.
You shouldn't mess with like reality that way.
You're literally playing with a time demon.
But,
I mean, sure.
There are dark rituals you could perform to try and
to turn it into your spirit familiar
and pervert the rules of nature.
Can't pervert the rules of nature. I suppose. I also want to talk to the winter goddess.
Well, she returned to her.
I
know, but I want to talk to her anyway. But that's not really something I can do. Well, I was gonna go look for Ned. So maybe like.
So you go out the door to look for Ned, and Ned just walks into the door.
Yeah, like we almost bump into each other literally as I open the door.
You got some weird Mises outside.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mises.
It's the plural of mouse.
Okay. I didn't know that. We always called them mice in the city.
No, that's
No, you should have said we never had plural mice in the city.
Oh.
Sorry, the voice from the sky does not actually have
him. So other than weird Mises, I also, you see, when you're building things, and including that log that I got you all that nice winter wood for, it's wear and tear on the materials, and I need some placements.
Oh, that reminds me, I was really hoping you could help finish this back room for me so that it's less drafty in here. I know with the spring rains coming up soon, well, I don't want it to get too wet in here. Poor Uncle Bish. But you say your tools have worn down? Oh.
Yep.
I'd be more than happy to help you take care of that, since I need your help anyway, so I can pay you by getting your tools fixed.
Yeah, so here's the thing about that. I can't fix the roof without the tools.
Oh. Of course. Well, then I guess I'll be paying you up front. Well, what do you need?
That's a good question. Let's find out. How many cash dice I would need to have any shot of making this test.
Yeah.
One, a
Fine.
2, a 3.
There's something about recovering.
Is it only for certain things, like the adventurer's kit that gets depleted?
So I have to buy a brand new kit, basically. That's gonna be super fucking expensive. This is gonna be a really hard test.
No, that's like Ops 2 or 3.
Obs 2 is pretty hard for somebody who has 0 resources. So let's see here.
Well, I have 3 cash dice, so it's not going to be too bad.
Oh, that's actually, yeah, wow. You're rich.
I know.
Tools for academic or craftsman skills. Ob 3.
Yeah.
That's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Wait, actually, carpentry might be a peasant skill. Let's.
I believe it's a craftsman skill.
I think it is too, but I
have a
have
book.
to hold on hope here.
It is craftsman.
All right, so yeah, that's an Ob 3 test. So I list off the things I need. Like I probably have I need to get some of the wood from that we chopped for materials. I need this saw and that, I don't know, medieval tools. I assume they have, well, no, they wouldn't have screwdrivers because they didn't have screws. So they would have hammers and nails, saws.
Drills.
They don't have drills.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
They totally
They
have
definitely
drills.
have drills.
Oh yeah, like a hand drill.
I know a fair piece about medieval
Carpentry.
well, tools in general, maybe not carpentry specifically, but
I went to Williamsburg. I know all about this.
that's what I was gonna do.
A mallet, maybe.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it. Yeah,
How did I leave all of this in a wall?
I mean, you put part of the wall, and then you lift up the whole wall at once and just hammer it into place.
So, do you just give me 3 cash dice? And what does that look like?
Well, I think it's like me coming with you into town and just paying for stuff out of a purse. I don't know. All of my cash isn't necessarily dollars.
Yeah, some of it was weird stuff. You could trade away, we determined it's worth cash.
Yeah. So it's
basically we're just going to town with weird random treasure shit.
Exactly.
Awesome.
You got vendor trash because she only has 3 left.
So if we want to really game this, I could roll and you can help because I can't help you because I have 0 resources.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right. But then I'm
Here,
still probably only rolling 4 dice on the map, but it's okay.
This is all I have. And then I'll still come with you and haggle with you or whatever to.
Oh, can we try to haggle it down?
I mean, I don't have haggling, but yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I would. If we fail, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be a lot worse.
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, because I don't have haggling even a little
But
bit.
you have to include falsehood in there.
Yeah, I don't have any of the skills that would be. You know what? I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna try to haggle with him. Why not? Why not?
I mean, why do you have to include falsehood in it if you're haggling because you're really poor and the only way for you to get more money is to have the tools of your
Because he has
trade?
to maintain the lie of why he needs to replace his tools.
Oh,
Oh,
that's true.
right.
I did just
Okay.
blatantly. I forgot about the fact that I blatantly lied to Ash. Yeah, all
Yes,
right.
you
Never
blatantly
mind.
lied to Ashlyn about why you need to replace the tools.
I'm just gonna replace the tools and not look the gift horse in the mouth. I'm just gonna, yeah.
You start to haggle and you like realize you're in a conversation. You're like, whoops,
Yeah.
abort.
Yeah. Let's do that. All right. So.
All right, I have 0 cash dice, and you get 1 bonus from me.
All right. I'm just gonna have to roll this manually.
And if he fails because I'm helping, am I taxed?
Yep.
Okay.
So we really gotta succeed. What's your resources?
Deuce.
All right. This is gonna be tough. So.
I mean, you got some persona to throw at that?
6. No. I need to have tools to earn persona. That's the problem. All of my beliefs require my tools.
But you have no tools.
Well, that's your fault.
So. All right. 46 greater than 4. Boom. Nope.
Yeah,
Gotta be
type roll
/R.
first.
Oh.
You got a 6 and 3 successes.
What would exploding the 6 do for me? I don't think anything, so I'll just hold on to it.
I don't think
But
so.
here's the glorious thing. Since I had a successful resources roll, I now have resources.
It's true. And that gave me a challenging test, so thank you.
Yeah. So it worked out for both of us.
Sure
Nice.
did.
Congratulations. Okay, cool. So yeah, we go around town.
You get new tools from the blacksmith.
And then I like look longingly over at the direction of Esteban's house, and I'm like, all right, Ashlyn, let's go fix your roof.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Let's go.
Okay.
You're such a good friend, Ned.
Should we wipe and go do something with Esteban before we try to fix the roof and lose more tools?
Sure,
Yes.
let's see Esteban. So Esteban, we're like following your herd around the hardlands.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any weapons?
My little shepherd staff.
Do you still have the wooden sword?
I might.
Who has the wooden sword?
I'm pretty sure you had it because we were in the mansion. I had my bow, Ashlyn had the javelin, and you had the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you gave it back to me, so I think you do have it. Unless you just
That makes sense.
left it at home.
Okay. All right.
I'm hard moding this game.
So you see you're herding the goats, and 3 or 4 slimes are chasing you. They're
Mhm.
pretty slow. Like it's pretty easy to walk faster than them usually.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes your goats and your sheep, they go opposite directions. That really slows you down.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 2 choices here. You can try and fight the slimes, or you can try and herd your animals proficiently enough that you never have to confront the slimes.
I think I want to go with that second choice because my wooden sword and shield are just that. They're like starting adventurer gear.
Or you could talk to the slimes. I'm not sure if that would accomplish anything.
To be fair,
that's an Ashlyn move.
To be fair, I'm not sure a wooden sword is any worse than a real sword for fighting a gelatinous creature.
Acid is strong against plant type.
I mean, true.
Good point. Isn't it strong against steel type too, though?
Not a forged steel. Unforged steel, totally. Very strong.
Those are two different Pokemon types.
Uh-huh. You have cold iron and you have forged iron. Cold iron is weak against acid.
But strong against vampires.
Very strong. And against fairies. So you're gonna need to roll animal husbandry, I think.
That's what I was thinking too. Because herding sounds like a skill, but I don't think it is. To my
Yeah, you have to care. You have to care for your animals.
yeah.
I guess you could also roll speed if you want a speed check.
See, I feel like if I made a speed check, that would just be me running away from the slimes.
Yeah. I mean, you might lose a few animals that way.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some animal husbandry, and I think I have some good forks.
Husband to those
All right.
animals.
I will.
So what's the intent here? To just escape the slimes, or?
My intent is to
Succeed at winning the mission.
Good intent.
My intent is to feed my animals because I have literally no hay at home. And they need to be herded and stuff. Also, point of adorable order. At this point in time, the sheep have started to lamb. So there's like also like little baby sheep with like black legs and faces and stuff, and they're just like running in between the other goats and sheep's legs and stuff, and there's just like sheep everywhere all over the hill, just like running disorderly and stuff.
Nice.
You've made a horrible mistake.
All right.
I know exactly what the consequence should be.
If you succeed, your sheep will consume the powers of Heartland through eating its plant life. And in so doing, gain the ability to eat slimes. If you fail,
That's cool.
one of your animals is going to be replaced by a slime in sheep's clothing.
What? That's horrifying.
Really? Because I thought, oh, that's cool.
I'm imagining
I was
like a
like-
slime going
I was like, oh
in-
man, sheep that can eat slime, that's horrifying. And then a slime in sheep's clothing, oh, that's cool.
I'm imagining like the sheep trying to eat the slime, and then the slime just like going inside of it and like controlling it like a sheep puppet.
Mm-hmm,
Oh,
mm-hmm.
no, it'll just be like completely eaten away inside. It'll feel like a sheepskin draped over a slime.
Excellent. I'm going to fork in snooze-wise because this is
Win-win.
a pretty difficult affair, and it's going to be like probably pretty time intensive too. So I probably have to know like when and where is a good place to snooze.
Okay, yeah. If you fail, then I guess that explains like you fell asleep for a minute and then you didn't see the slime transformation.
The slime was just there. The slime wasn't hiding at all because I don't think slimes are very good at hiding.
No, they're not.
But it's just
Pretty much. Usually the thing, just like that.
Exactly. Road-wise, because I know that I have to avoid roads because when somebody comes down a road fast enough, it scares sheep. Like guard dogs will perceive that as like a predator.
My bullshit level is pretty high here, but okay.
Okay. I mean, there's also other ways for roadwise to work.
I mean, the question
like,
is, are there roads in the Hardlands?
That's the other thing.
True.
Right? Not too many travelers in the Hardlands.
Okay, I like that. I'm actually going to take back roadwise then.
Okay.
Because I like the idea that it doesn't have roads. Horsewise, because horsewise and riding, because I'm riding my horses out here, and I don't actually have guard dogs yet. So
Okay.
I have to. Probably the reason why I would be able to get around fast enough is that I have a horse to like go all the way up the hill and then stop and then like pull in the stragglers and stuff like that.
Yeah, you need a sheepdog.
Mm-hmm. That's actually in my belief to get next.
Okay.
Cool. That's
You should breed a sheepdog by
this.
repeating breeding minigame 100 times.
Mm-hmm. And my base obstacle is 2, or did you say yet?
I didn't say. Animal husbandry. This is based on animals, though.
Mhm.
You can
Nice.
also add conditional ob if you want, but
Yeah, it's obs 2 + 1 because of the
horrible slime. He's
you're on
Cool.
like a clock here. Remember, you can mitigate the obstacles. You tell me how. You're dealing with the
Sure
slime.
thing.
You get a circumstantial bonus.
doesn't need it.
Mhm.
Doesn't
Also,
need
I should have rolled regular animal husbandry, but my stats are the same. But
That's
so-
fine.
yeah, exactly.
All right. So yeah, like you successfully herd the sheep and the other animals around the wild hillsides of Hardland. They eat all the plants and the rocks, and on the way back, they just eat the slimes.
Mhm.
So you get home pretty comfortably right before dark.
Also, another cool thing, my animal husbandry advanced from that. So now I've got cool slime husbandry. Oh my god, that should be a skill.
Now,
When we're done with this entire campaign, we need to release a burning wheel supplement that
okay.
includes extra life paths.
This
That
is right
makes
here.
sense in our setting.
Exotic animals, obs 4, slimes.
You just make it
Mhm.
beekeeping skill, but for slimes.
Yeah.
Slime rancher.
Okay.
I would write that supplement. We're gonna do it.
The Slime Rancher supplement.
Mm-hmm.
I need to
The
play more
Slime
Slime
Rancher
Rancher
burner.
now that that game is actually out.
Mm-hmm. I need
That's
to
a
play
magic
any
burner?
slime rancher.
Got the
It's
monster burner. Now
super
we're gonna have the
cute.
slime burner.
The slime burner.
Slime burner. Nice.
Yes.
So that night, so Ned, if you don't follow up those mouse tracks, they're gonna like deteriorate with time.
Well, when we get back, I'll point them out to Ashlyn and see if she wants me to follow them.
Okay.
So I'll be like, when we're like going back to the farm, I'll be like, hey, those are the Mises tracks.
I'll take a look. What do I see when I go look at these mouse tracks?
Give me a perception check.
Hokadoke.
Am I helping?
Let me think here. Perception, I think it's just obs 2.
Can I retroactively help with tracking for having marked the tracks?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just checking the little chart thingy. Yeah, it's
All
it's
right.
obs.
Obs 2?
Yeah.
I have a high chance of winning this.
If you fail,
No,
you
I
don't
got
fail.
it.
Okay.
Tracking, level up.
So you get down and look at the mice tracks, and they're still there, and you see that they're actually little tiny boot prints.
Wait, I saw these boots before, I think.
All
This
right,
is
well, you're the
strange.
boss. Mice prints or roof?
Let's work on the roof. It's more important. Whatever this mystery is can wait until we're done.
All right. I'll go fix the roof.
I'll
All
help
right.
you any way I can. Meaning I'll help with mending.
Is this mending instead of carpentry? Because I'm not building a roof, I'm fixing it, or...
It's up to you. I mean, she can help with mending, because there's...
Oh, if I could pick, I'd rather just do carpentry, because I'm way better at it.
You can use carpentry, and she can help with mending.
Cool. What's my ob?
Roofs, huh?
I don't think roofs are on there.
Yeah. Alright, it's like a floor that goes on top of the house, so it's a...
I mean, he's not wrong.
You could also just say it's like a wall that goes on top of the wall. Like...
No, because the wall is like vertically structured, so it holds itself upright. While a floor is meant to be laid down over a large
But
area.
one goes like this.
Not always.
Yeah.
Not always.
It's like a
Well,
slope
we definitely
floor.
don't want a
This
flat
is what my
roof.
floor looks like, always.
That's not right.
I mean, this is a roll for the floor, not for the foundation.
All right, fine. We'll do floor up. That's fine.
Ob floor.
Up floor. Is it actually on floor?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right, so I'm getting a die from Ashlyn for mending. I would like to fork in carpentry or fork in mending.
The worst part is this doesn't actually help me at all because I need routine mending checks, and this is a challenging mending check that I'm helping you with.
Sorry. Should have helped me build the floor. Or the walls, rather.
Well,
anyway.
I was doing my own thing.
Mending as a fork. Let's see. What did I use last time? Oh, tree wise.
Yeah.
Because I can identify what tree what kind of wood the roof was initially made with, and try to match it. Cool. And that's probably all I got.
All right. So if you succeed, you get a nice roof. You won't ever have to worry about the roof again, and you won't have to even roll for additions because you're going to put posts out so that you can just build underneath the roof later. If you fail, you're going to destroy the area between the attic and the ceiling. So Jinx's little hideaway house is going to be completely demolished.
No.
These are the stakes.
That's way bigger stakes than leaving my measly tools in the shed or in the wall.
Your little monkey needs a place to live.
Exactly.
Don't break his monkey house.
I'm going to take my time this time because it bit me in the butt last time.
Okay.
Four. Can I get a advantage die for this roof being partly built already? It's not a whole roof.
Okay.
Yes. Lobbying for dice shamelessly. Hey.
Nice.
And it helps.
Nice.
I will re-roll those 2 6s so that I can do it in record time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I get 2 successes over.
I mean, you were working carefully.
I'm just trying to reduce the time.
Yeah, let's say it takes 5 days instead of 7.
Cool.
I believe, isn't it for each extra success, you can reduce the time it takes by
Like
10%,
I think, something like that.
So I'm actually giving you better than 10%.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's better than 10%.
Yeah, I'll take it. Cool.
All right.
Roof is fixed.
The roof is fixed, and it's now it's overhanging a large area. Jinx is checking up on his little hidey hole to make sure he didn't ruin it. Scurries up into the attic. And then it's nighttime. And it's a week later. 5 days later now.
5 days
What
later.
rest of I've been doing for 5 days.
Let me look at my beliefs.
Do you want to like try and level up your sheep more? See what else I can eat?
Oh, I need guard dogs. So before the 5 days pass, like on day 1 of that, I'm going to need to get into town who has dogs.
Who has dogs?
Circles roll.
Looking at the list of people, I don't think we have an animal breeder.
We need
Oh.
one though.
Probably somebody has dogs.
Probably
Like-
somebody has dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like circles roll to me.
I know who has dogs. Rachel's parents have dogs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like this very much.
Okay.
Cool.
How do you wish to approach their house?
So I'm thinking that there's maybe 2 possible paths for me to get there. Either I could go the circles route and just know Rachel's parents, or I could go the long way around and be like, "Hey, Ashlyn, can you get me to talk to your lady so that I can talk to your lady's parents so that I can get dogs?"
I was hoping,
And then I wouldn't have to make a circles test.
I was hoping you just strip down into a barrel or something.
And then I bring all the people to me? Sure.
Yeah. And that's the best way to pick out a dog, right? When you're in a barrel.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong about that.
Maybe that's why I've had no success getting a dog in real life, is because I haven't been willing to strip down to a barrel.
I mean, dogs like barrels. I know this for a fact.
Cats like barrels, so I'm on board with this now.
Excellent.
Sorry, that was completely off track. So yeah, are you gonna come talk to Ashlyn then?
I feel like I want to, because the way I write my beliefs, we're not going to talk a whole bunch this episode, probably, because Esteban's super busy with everything, so
I
might as
mean,
well.
Sure.
I'm willing to not have the circles test. That's fine.
All right. So you want to do circles?
No.
Okay. No?
I don't like circles. Squares are much better.
What's this burning?
Burning
Yeah,
box.
Burning box.
That would ruin Luke's entire vision and all of his metaphors in the book.
It'd be
It's just
really-
because it just sits there.
He'd just be really angry.
Suddenly, all of the imps in the book turn to the angry imp.
It'd be like, "What are you doing? I told you not to change the rules." And then the square. Who do you think you are?
So I guess maybe in the evening as we're wrapping up work on the house for the first night, like maybe Ashlyn has made dinner for like herself, Uncle Bish, Ned, Rachel, and like that's when you come by, maybe.
Mhm.
And they shuffle things around so
Yeah.
there's enough food for you too. It's probably
Okay,
just
cool.
like stew or whatever.
I probably also have grown up enough and now have enough common sense to announce my arrivals to places so
Oh.
that, you can have plates and to have lovely food times with people.
Mm-hmm.
You've hired a herald.
I don't think that's how it works.
Might be.
Is his name Harold the Herald?
Never. Get
It's
out.
not.
Mm-mm.
So there's this worker that he's working on that hotel called Herald. He might actually do the job. He's looking for some side work.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
But unheralded, you arrive at
Mhm.
Ashland's house. You see it has a fancy new roof. And you think back at your house, say last time you were home, yeah, you had one wall, but you still need another wall.
Mhm. Hmm. It
Uh,
was until Ned's tools glitched into the wall.
you turned.
It's
He had
still
a really
nice
full
looking
inventory,
wall.
so he had to drop some stuff, and it kind of like spilled out, and then he put the wall up, and then.
Yeah.
You can't tell from the outside. It's a good looking wall.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you can't unless you have like a X-ray vision. You totally can't see tools.
Mhm.
So so yeah, I think that like I mean I don't think the roof is done because this is like the first day of this. But,
Oh,
like,
that's true.
yeah. So, but
It maybe
it's
needs like shingles or something.
yeah.
Say like Adam, like your character comes and like he's going to sleep in the living room and look up and you can see the stars.
So Ashlyn like is in the kitchen and she sees like hears Esteban come up on his horse because it's hard to miss that.
Mhm.
And she like opens the window and calls out like, "Oh, Esteban, how good to see you! You should stay for dinner."
Ned's probably
Yes.
still on the roof.
Yeah, probably.
What time of day of this? Is this like midday?
No, it's night.
No, this is like
Oh,
evening.
okay.
Like Ned probably should get down from the roof because it's getting dark.
I like that.
That's working carefully. He's totally not working in the dark.
Oh, that's a good point.
No, I thought you were taking your time, not working carefully, because those are two different things, aren't
No,
they?
working carefully is.
Oh, okay, that is taking your time.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a different thing that you can do that's separate.
There's patiently and carefully.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay.
And none of those things should entail.
And quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe quickly means working in the dark, but the rest of those things definitely not.
All right.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So I'm like out here. I'm saying hi to you. Catching up on all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching Ned work on the roof and saying hi to Ned.
Mm-hmm.
What does Ned say back?
Ned just probably grunts down from the roof. Like
Good enough.
He's probably got like a nail in his mouth and he's like hammering one in.
Mm-hmm.
Grunts down from the roof.
Mm-hmm. That's
Nice.
good enough for me.
It's a real friendship right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got few words.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know that's how it works, because if you don't do it, you don't get your Artha, and friends let friends get Artha.
Yes. And I lose the trait. Anyway.
Only if you become overly loquacious would you lose that trait, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, Ashlyn just like kind of waves you in. It's like, well, come on inside then. We're just getting ready, and if you wanna wash up, then dinner will be served fairly soon. It's simple, simple stew, but should be filling.
I'm excited for the stew, Esteban says. And I'm wondering if he's going to actually wash up while you're like in the kitchen finishing the stew, or if he's just going to like meander around the house doing ?
I mean, really could go either way.
I like my moldy trait. I want to keep my moldy trait.
As long as you don't become loquaciously clean. No.
Loquacious.
Sorry, that was...
I think Ned is gonna come down like right as you're like taking a bowl, you like put stew in it, and you like turn around, and that's like Ned like comes in still wearing his belt and like takes the bowl out of your hand and then just like sits down and starts eating.
Nice.
Like, and just
it like looks very smooth, like you passed it to him, but you like totally did not pass it to him.
No, yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Oh, Ned, yeah, have some stew.
It's good. It's excellent stew. Excellent stew.
Oh, thank you. Um. Well, let me finish serving this for everybody else.
Mhm.
They're all in the dining room. If you wanted to,
Mhm.
you just through the door. You know.
I think you're interrupted by like the howl of dogs outside.
Dogs outside.
There's dogs outside
Oh,
in the night in your probably in your farm field.
oh my! It sounds like there's. I, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go outside and take a look. What's up with these dogs?
So
I'm
you
following.
see 4 or 5 dogs running. Looks like they're running west, and they're being chased by a couple of people. It's really hard to tell what's going on because it's still dark outside.
Yeah.
I want to go out and see what's going on. I've got my bow. If there's like a wolf or something, people might need help.
Okay.
I also want to go and help them, but I believe it is time for a break. We've gone
Oh
a
yeah.
little over an hour,
Yes.
so we've got a nice new break screen.
Wait, no.
Boom,
Nice.
boom, boom.